They were two young friends living in Los Angeles who were out for a night on the town. 24-year-old Christy Giles, a married model from Alabama studying interior design, and 26-year-old Hilda Cabrales, an architect who just moved to California from Mexico. In this video posted on Hilda's social media, the friends are at a local warehouse party, dancing and enjoying the evening. It would be the last time they were seen alive, leaving a mother grief-stricken.
I feel like we failed as parents because we couldn't protect her.
And a husband asking questions.
When she stopped becoming responsive to my messages, it raised alarm bells for me.
Jan Cilliers was in San Francisco visiting his father, but could see his wife, Christy's location at the party on his phone, but it wasn't like her not to respond to his texts.
At a certain point, the next day she'd moved to a hospital, and at which point I flew back to Los Angeles to figure out what was going on.
He got in touch with Christy's mother, Dusty Giles, in Alabama. Dusty says she immediately started looking for her daughter.
I'm the one that called the hospital and was told over the phone that my baby was dropped off by masked men and she was DOA on arrival.
The family would learn that both Christy and Hilda were drugged after being brought to this home in Los Angeles, and their unconscious bodies were dumped by masked men at separate hospitals. Christy was already dead. Hilda was put on life support and died 11 days later. Both of the women had multiple drugs present in their system. Dusty Giles, who is also a nurse, had one message for police.
Please don't rule them as just accidental overdoses or party girls that did this to themselves. Ask why it's in their system, why they were dropped off. Ask questions.
Detectives listened to the family's pleas, and their questions led them to this man, Hollywood producer David Pearce. Police say this is a grainy surveillance image of the women outside the club. Prosecutors say Hilda and Christy were photographed with him that evening and ended up at his apartment in the early hours of the morning.
They tried to leave in an Uber, and the Uber came and went, and at that point the two women were unconscious.
Jan says he was able to access his wife's messages and found this text between the two friends. Christy saying at 5:30 a.m., "Let's go." Hilda responding, "I'll call an Uber," and 10 minutes away. The women never made their ride home.
Let's go ahead and go back on the record.
Prosecutors charged David Pearce with murder and forcible rape of Christy and Hilda. They say the friends met him at the warehouse party and they went to Pearce's apartment. They say he drugged the women with the date rape drug GHB and cocaine laced with fentanyl, which caused them to overdose. His DNA was found on both victims. The next day, Pearce and his roommate Brent Osborne were seen on security cameras carrying Christy's body out of the apartment and told hospital staff that they found the women on the side of the road and were acting as good Samaritans. Osborne was charged as an accessory to murder after the fact.
Not just a model, a wife, wanted to be a mother. She was looking forward to her whole future. She was a granddaughter. She was a niece. She comes from a very long line of strong women.
Dusty Giles says she'll never forget her conversation with the hospital that her daughter was dead.
I still didn't believe, but I hollered for my husband.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, David Brian Pearce, guilty of the crime of first-degree murder.
After a month-long trial, a jury returned a guilty verdict on David Pearce for murdering Christy and Hilda and sexually assaulting the two friends. In addition, he was also found guilty of raping several other women in different incidents. The jury deadlocked on his roommate Brent Osborne's charges, and his case was declared a mistrial.
We managed to come together and put a monster away, and he's never going to see the light of day again. The person that he killed was very important to a lot of people. She was a joy to be around. She was always happy, a go-getter. She was interested in building a career. She made friends real easily. She was just a beautiful soul.
Outside court, Christy's mother was overcome with emotion, wearing a pendant on her necklace that carries her daughter's ashes.
She's always with me when I need strength. I feel like I just can't take that day, the grief, that I can hold her, and I can hold her close to my chest and my heart, and I can talk to her and say, baby girl, I'm so sorry that mama wasn't there.